the first thing you have to do when you deal with an essay is look at the essay scoring criteria. And each of this is numbered 1 through 6. So you see here it starts at 1, 2, 3, then moves up. You have sort of 4, 5, 6. The marker will look at this, determine what mark fits your paper, so whether it be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, and then the marker will double the number and then get the mark. When you look at this, each marker is going to look at these sort of 4 bullets within the numbering system. First one I want to deal with is at the bottom here. You must make sure that the writing is absolutely clear. There are no comma mistakes, punctuation mistakes, grammatical mistakes in any way. Mistakes is what makes it not clear, and in this case the marker gets bogged down. So if you have a lot of errors, you're not going to get a 6. So in this case, writing with clarity means writing without errors in it. So make sure you review specifically your comma rules and your period, and you write clear sentences there. The second thing I like to look at is superior recall of factual content. In this case, you must know your stuff. The events must be true. You must know a lot of facts. You can't really get your facts wrong. You have to make sure you know the events, the order, the people involved, how it progresses, the outcomes, all of that stuff. And then the third thing here, organize in a thoughtful and effective manner. From what we did in class, that really means the 5-paragraph essay. You can't just drone on. It must be those 5 paragraphs, and it must be that introduction, 3 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. This is where these next 2 points is what separates sort of your 4, 5, or 6 here. Position is supported with thoroughly developed details, and insightful conclusions are drawn. Looking at the factual content, that's really linked to thoroughly developed details, right? These aren't simple details. These are things where you really know stuff. And then the other thing, what I think is a major key to getting a 6, is drawing insightful conclusions. These are not facts. These are your thoughts on the facts. So you must tell your reader why these facts matter, what you think about them. You can see here as we go down, there's effective conclusions, there's adequate conclusions. This one really is like the better conclusion you can draw, the more your thoughts are in there, the higher mark you're going to get. And the last thing is a relevant position or thesis as directed by the command term is clearly stated. 1, there must be a thesis there, which in this case your thesis is answering the question that they give you. Take some time, 10 to 15, 20 seconds, answer the question that they're asking. Don't just start writing, as directed by the command term. Whatever it's telling you to do, you must do it. If you don't, then you're not going to get your 6. And by the command term, I really mean this, right? So if it tells you to what extent, you must consider both sides. Now you have here arguments, advance arguments in favor of position or point of view, and respond to or take into account arguments opposed to that position or point of view. So the keywords here is I'll go arguments in favor, and then you must take into account arguments opposed as well. So within the essay, it doesn't really matter how you do it, just as long as you consider both sides, you follow the key verb here. Let me see if I get this right. To what extent? And therefore you are following the command term. Okay, I'm going to stop there, see how this goes.